Hello, everybody. My name is Madeline Parker. I'm an astrologer, and today I'm going to talk about the secret to our success and how to see that in our birth chart. And it is very simple. You do not need to know a lot of astrology. It is a good way to start to really actually help you learn astrology. And if you need to know how to pull your birth chart, you can go online. There's many sites, and just type in search engine for a astrological birth chart, pop up your chart. And what you're going to see, and this is something that is been in ancient philosophies, Buddhism, all the most philosophies that are higher consciousness talk about four things, or at least three things that are very important. One is to know who we are, which is our ascendant, which is hour of birth. To know where we're headed, which is the MC. To know where we're from, which is the IC. And to know who we're going with, which is our descendant. These are the cardinal points on a birth chart that are the most impactful points on a chart. When there's a transit or an eclipse on these points, our lives completely change. These are the cardinal points in a birth chart are the sort of very active points in a chart. So your horoscope means hour of birth, which dictates your ascendant. Now, they're all connected. So in other words, the ascendant and as time goes through the day, the ascendant, descendant, they stay in this sort of square relationship. Okay, they can move around a little bit, but on the whole, they form a rectangle or square. And they change signs every 2.5 hours, or 2 hours. I'm not sure about 2.5. So watch. So right now, currently in the sky, the MC is in Leo. The ascendant is at Cancer. Scorpio. Descendant Taurus. IC Aquarius. So we're going to go through all the 12 houses of each one of these ascendants. I'm going to start with an MC Aries, so we don't lose. There we go. MC Aries, and so the midheaven. So let me just close it. Oops. The midheaven is where we're headed, and it is the part of our chart. It's all called, it has an MC, but if you want to look it up, it is also called the midheaven. And it is basically the point of our birth chart. So the top of the chart is where the divine or the universe wants us to reach. It's where our soul gets the most growth. It's going this way that the doors open for us, and that we feel really supported by the universe, and our success happens with more ease and grace. And so understand, because it's where the soul is going against our comfort zone. It's going where we haven't gone before, and the universe really supports that kind of growth. That's what we're here to do, is to expand and grow. So we're letting something, we're releasing a little more. This can be a blind spot in our charts, but we're working opposite to the IC. We're going against our heritage. We're the universe and God, or whoever you believe, or I call it God because it's so easy and universal. We call it source. But the universe wants our souls to grow by stepping out of a comfort zone. And when we do that, the waves part, the wave parts for us. And we feel this wind behind our back. So that is the secret to understanding your MC, is to understand how you can be successful in this life where you feel universally supported. So there's 3 houses that the MCs usually show up in. They can show up in the 11th, the 10th, or the 9th. So I'll give you a brief description of each one for each house. But again, it matters on the rest of your chart, what your ruling planet is, what planet rules all these houses, and all of that. So MC in Aries. Oh no, first, sorry, I'm jumping ahead. We've got the 11th house at MC would be social media, networking, careers, public media, public personality, could be celebrity stars, performers, often out in the public scene, publishers, you could be an astrologer. 11th house, it's a diplomat, networking, bringing people together. What is it? Networking, like being a public relations person, being a diplomat. What else? Technology, you could be in technology, the 11th house. But in Aries, oh no, we're not there yet, sorry. So that's 11th house. Social media influencers can be there, 11th house. Then we have the 10th house, which is corporate, could be government, could be diplomat, could be doctors, could be things that are very structured, corporate, politicians, the head of something. You could be, you actually, if you have your MC in the 10th house, you could run the corporation. You could be, let's see, a lot of famous politicians or presidents. They usually have the sun on their MC. So it's like if your MC's in the 10th house, you get a kind of a lot of recognition, notoriety. You could rise to the ranks in a corporate position. It's structured. What else? MC 10th house. You could be running, you're your own boss, running your own company, your own corporations, government. I think I said that. So then we go to the 9th house, which would be teaching, spiritual, philosophy, educators, professors, high philosophical, advanced thinkers, writers, big famous writers, with expanding our consciousness, traveling, other cultures. You could be very traveler, you could be a teacher, a coach, spiritual coach, very spiritual. The 9th house, it's the house of Jupiter, which is about expanding our consciousness, and also through travel. And also judges and politicians can have 9th house placements. It's the law, it's about what's balanced. The 10th house enforces the law. Oh yeah, 10th house can be law enforcement to local government, but the 9th house can also be government because it's law. So it's like creating balance and fairness in the world, truth, it's honest, it's good deeds, it's serving humanitarian. This also, by the way, 11th house, I forgot that MC can be humanitarianism. And the 9th house is serving the human, it's Jupiter, it's making the world a better place for humanity by expanding consciousness. So it could be religious, spiritual, astrology, teaching, coaching. Okay, so now we're going to put all the signs with these, because the signs represent the energy and the planet. That understanding that energy and how that planet works is going to be the secret to understanding your MC. The more you understand your MC, the more successful you're going to be. All right, so if you have an MC Aries, you're going to be an initiator, a leader. You're supposed to get out there, stick your neck up and start something and be the leader. Go forward, take initiation. Oftentimes MCs in Aries can be police officers, firefighters, war, military, athletes, athletic. It's Mars ruled, a lot of energy, feeling like you can lead, like you've got vitality, you put energy, passion. Always when you have a fire MC, you want to be excited and inspired. You want to come from your orange chakra. It gets you out of your seat. It's spontaneous, it's drive, you're motivated, you have energy. A lot of Cancer rising they have Aries over their 10th, so they are quite motivated in their careers. But to have your MC there at the same time, you're going to have an extra punch there and be competitive in getting up the ladder, getting somewhere, the head of your profession. And it is to be competitive. So that, now the shadow aspect, I want to make sure to talk about shadow. Now the shadow aspect of Aries would be to be combative, MC. So if you're operating shadow-wise Aries, you're going to block your success. You operate in the positive aspect of that sign. You're opening your doors, you're opening success for yourself. And it's going to happen. It's going to feel like it's coming at you, like you're doing the right thing. So in shadow would be causing conflict, fighting with people. What else? Quitting jobs that you shouldn't be quitting out of anger and frustration. Like being spontaneous and then not wanting it, not following an intuitive alignment with it, and just sort of being headstrong and just jumping in and doing things without really do thinking, without being responsible or really thinking it through. Okay, so now let's go to MC Taurus. So now with an MC, wrong way, I'm dyslexic. Okay, MC Taurus, you're here to create stability, perhaps working in the field, in the fields, gardening, farming, earth, but there is a physical element to, because, well, Aries is ruled by Mars. Again, this is physical athleticism type thing too, but Mars is more of Venus and Taurus is more of a grounding energy, working with the ground, gardening, but also creating a structure in your life, developing financial stability, because your root is Scorpio. So you come from usually unbalanced, unstable, sort of dramatically up traumatic, uprooting situations that never feel stable. And now you're here to know how to cultivate stability and how to create financial security and how to invest in land and property and real estate, or how to create possessions, how to increase possessions so you have financial like a financial sound base that can last a long time. Your spirit will work hard every day, diligently. It can be physically labor. Like if you're running a business, you could be moving things in boxes, and it's good to use the strength. But it's really about grounding, stability, and it's ruled by Venus. So that could be in the arts, could also be health, because Taurus is health and grounding. A lot of stable careers involve health practices, health practitioners. And then you've also got, like, it's ruled by Venus. So perhaps depending on other planets where your Venus is in your chart, it could be in the aesthetics and beauty and health, beauty, all things Venus, basically. So you want to study when you want to understand your MC, you want to understand the planet that rules it, the other house in your chart that's ruled by that planet, and what activating in that energy, what does that look like? So it's consistent, day-to-day, grounding material work, effort towards something, creating stability, increasing your possessions, increasing resources, having more resources, creating an environment that pleases you, that's beautiful, or your work and career involves creating pleasing environments or beautiful things, all of that. All right, now let's go to Gemini. So that Gemini is Mercury, which is talking media, communication, information, salespeople have MC Gemini. It can be writing, journalists. Basically what you're doing is you're expanding the knowledge of you're rising the information. So it's not the macro, which is Sagittarius, which is the cosmos and philosophy. It's the micro, which is information, expanding knowledge, reporting, selling, communication, writing, media. What else? Running your own business, short distance travel involving, it's a busy MC, actually. It's where you're kind of doing lots of little things, mercurial, jumping around, changing your mind, or changing situations, or being very flexible, being very adaptable. You always want to be very adaptable thinking with an MC in Gemini, and be ready to change mind and go different directions, being mutable. So the careers would be journalists, writers, media people. And, you could put MC Gemini in your ninth house. You would definitely be a traveler journalist. That could be that. If you have MC Gemini in your 11th, you are newscast reporter on social media or on TV, reporting to people what's going on. Okay, so or publish MC Gemini. Wow, that is definitely a writer who gets published, or you want to reach for publishing. You probably do get published. If you have an MC in the 11th house, you want to reach for publishing, you'll probably get it. So then we get to Cancer MC. Now that some people are envious of Cancer MCs, it's very flow. You don't really try. I forgot to mention something, actually. The fire MCs, you don't want to try too hard. I'll go more into that in a minute, because you can really block. Oh, wait, I didn't do shadow of Taurus, did I? Did I do shadow of Gemini? Shadow of Gemini is non-committal, jumping around too much. Again, a little bit like that Aries energy, mutable, changing your mind, not committing. Shadow Taurus would be, Shadow Taurus MC would be like just sort of being, what do you call it? Like, not budging, and being kind of a bit of a pushy person, and not budging, and being, wow, why is this word failing me? Tenacious or something. I mean, that is a good part too, tenacious, but maybe like not willing to try something new or different, or just kind of being stuck in your way a little bit. So then we're going to go back to, in other words, not sort of experimenting, but so Cancer MC shadow would be involving not being kind of disciplined, because your blind spot really you can turn the IC into a blind spot. It can really help you what you need to do. But so in an MC Cancer, your blind spot is Capricorn. So you have Capricorn in you. It's already innately there because it's in your past life, but you're reaching to how to let go of that Capricorn thing. But at the same time, you still have to maintain a certain amount of structure. But remember, when your MC is opposite the IC, the MC is the new energy and the IC is what you sort of do have a handle on. But in your focus on your MC, you can also let go of your fourth of your IC, which is becomes a blind spot. So anyway, when you're focusing on your MC in Cancer, what you're really looking at is letting everything come to you, flow, it's intuitive, it's psychic, it's empathic. Jobs are usually psychological. It can be the arts too, because the fourth house and Venus and the moon can be the arts. So it can be career in creativity, artistic, because Cancer makes lots of little things. So it can be very creative through being very flow, at home energy, can be involved real estate, property and things, you know, and Capricorn being there, if you have planets in Capricorn, could build property, real estate, fourth house, home, or to be an at-home mother, stay at home and be a mother and flow. The universe just wants you to let go and flow and not control things. Not be controlling and let the universe sort of show you the way. And that's hard for MC Cancers. They want to really work hard and control. So you have to let go. It's challenging, but not completely. You still need some structure, some Capricorn. And so the other professions with that could be, I mean, nurses could have an MC there if they have other planets, nurturers, people in the arts, music, dance, flow, passionate in the sense that it's you're moved. It's not passion like fire, but it's emotional, sensitive, empathic. You could be a counselor, psychologist, someone people come to. All right, so let's now go to Leo MC. Leo MC, you're performer. You're here to get out in front of a lot of people and perform, either teach or be a parent. That can sometimes be the case, but teaching children, creative self-expression. You could be an actor, an actress, a performer. Sales people can also like getting out in front of people and demonstrations, storytellers. They're fired up. They have a lot of character. You're supposed to really expose your inner personality, really show your personality to the world, be free, fun, joy, almost be a child again. You're here to learn how to play. So what would be the careers? Well, could be a performer, teacher, actor. We already got that. You could be royalty. You could become a king or some kind of a leader of some sort. Leading is always going to be good for energy, fire in the MC. Again, you're motivated by the third chakra, the second chakra, inspired. You're going to know you're going the right way if you feel fired up. Often MC Leo have callings and causes that they're fighting for. What else can a Leo also be in a profession? What's another MC Leo? Creative writing projects, creative, passionate, artistic projects. It's very creative. Teacher. I think I'm kind of entrepreneurial. That's the word I was looking for. Entrepreneurial. So really Leo is creativity, thinking outside the box. It can be a creative business, entrepreneurial. That's the other one I wanted to mention. Okay. Now let's see MC in Virgo. Okay, so high service. So you're focused. The more focused you are on really what people need and what you can fill that is needed, that you do like working at on a day-to-day, because it's a day-to-day energy. It's what we do on a day-to-day. Virgo's the energy of what we do on a day-to-day that determines our health and our wealth. So it's like day-to-day discipline, small increments, making movement, making path, being disciplined, keeping at it, keeping going, but you know intuitively you're on the right path. You always want to line up with something that's intuitively inspiring for you. In Virgo, it's of service, but it feels good. You like it. You want to do it. It's busy, being busy. So what else would that be? Detailed, precise, administrative. It's ruled by Mercury. Could run a business. Also health practitioners. Many Virgo 6th house people, many Virgo people are health practitioners. You may have you may be a practitioner in the health, and it can be earth healing medicines as well. Shamans tend to have Virgo MCs, you know, and it's all about it's all about sort of detailed precision abilities to see things and pick up on things. Very good health guiders because they can see and pick up on things that aren't healthy, their environment. What else could be Virgo? Running businesses could be Virgo. Writing can be Virgo because it's ruled by Mercury. Strategize thinking. All right, so that's what I've got for Virgo. So let's go to Libra. Okay, so Libra, you're here to learn how to collaborate, how to make partnership arrangements and agreements, how to learn how to work with people, how not to be so selfish, how to learn how to co-manage and how to co-collaborate, and how to be a diplomat, and how to it's air, so it could be writing, and it's Venus ruled, so it's pleasing, beautiful. You could be models sometimes with Libra MC, and depending on what you have, if you have Libra MC with Venus there, you're here to show beauty, be beautiful, show yourself in the world as a beautiful person, and sell beautiful products or lingerie or things like that. So Libra MCs is to enhance the aesthetics of the planet, make the world more beautiful, or just the law is Libra, so things fair, balanced. It can be the law when you have an MC Libra. Again, it's partnerships, agreements, businesses, diplomacy, working with people, knowing how to talk, how to integrate with people and create harmonic. So like that could be a public relations person, a diplomat. So on a personal level, an MC Libra would be to sort of be, because Libra's about, it can be very much the writer. So it's really about relationships and how to know how to be and work with people without losing your own side. It's like, it's a challenging thing because you have to not lose, can't be out of balance where you're giving too much. So the shadow would be to give too much or to be too selfish and to not really be able to find agreement because you can't let go of what you think or your ego. So that would be shadow. But Libra professions, lawyers, writers, people that look really great, that can come out into the world as looking presenters. What else? Acting. A lot of actresses have MC Libras because they look good. If you have Libra ascendant, you're ruled by Venus, you usually have a very balanced looking face. So if you're reaching for an MC, you're reaching to sort of feel confident about putting yourself out there and believing in your beauty or knowing you're beautiful enough or things like that. You're kind of dealing with a little bit of like, because it's the North MC, it's new. So you have to learn how to sort of feel confident about how you look and to sort of, in other words, like embrace who you naturally are and see the beauty in that and learn to love that. Because the other thing is going to be Aries, where you just kind of like pushed your way around, and your family could have been in military or something where you made progress by might or by push. By the way, that's an Aries MC too, where you make a lot of this is like the opposite, where you just be more conscious of the other person. MC Scorpios, interesting, is a transformational MC where you have a major transformation in this life. A lot of celebrities or musicians or artists have MC Scorpio, where they struggle in the early, they walk poverty, and then they suddenly have these big transformations. It's ruled by Mars. They work hard, they try hard, they're keeping at it. That's an MC Scorpio, but it's deep waters, emotions, intuitive. It is, again, a very creative. It can be, a lot of musicians have that there. It's very emotional. It's letting your truth, your inside out into the world. Like they can be psychologists, counselors, therapists, detectives. They go down into the deep, dark elements and bring it up. And then you're not, and it's facing fears. It's going against your comfort zone. This is all going against our comfort zone, but the MC Scorpio is the biggest comfort zone crasher, is it, where you really trap you, because I see a Taurus, so you come from a lot of stability, financially stable. So with an MC Scorpio, you're not afraid to risk, to kind of create turbulence in your life and go after and basically leave the castle, jump into the jungle and face fears And then you go through this transformation because you can struggle quite a bit with that MC Scorpio. Then you have this transformation where you suddenly have faith. Then you realize that it was your own darkness within you that was causing the struggle. And then you create light inside you and you have faith, and you have this awakening to what God is, which is a benefic energy in the universe. So then you have this transformation where you can make quite a bit of money because your energy can really soar high, which then really attracts, because water is attracting energies. Your water, your feminine, and your earth and your water MCs are attracting things to you, other things. So you want to make sure those inner energies are in a really healthy state. Then you have very high abundance. So in other words, you want to have emotional health, emotional stability. So it's upon discovering how to emotionally manage your health and yourself with that MC and Scorpio, you then become transformed into the riches, because Pluto rules that, and it's called the riches in Vedic. So it's like you suddenly transform your energy frequency to become very, very wealthy and abundant. And it's through facing fears, through allowing your life to be turbulent, not to step out from the comfort. This is the big step out of comfort zone one. And so what can Scorpio? Well, I think I said that. So the shadow side of Scorpio would be violent, would be, criminal. If you had an MC in Scorpio, you could probably maybe be a criminal. It might be successful. I'm not saying anyone should do that, but that is an element of it as well. So let's go to Sagittarius. Now you're here to raise the vibrations, give people inspiration, feeling fired. A lot of musicians have MC. Sagittarius, you want to follow your fire. You want to feel inspired. You want to feel hopeful. You want to feel like you're on an adventure. You're seeking new grounds. You're exploring cultures, travel. You're here to open your mind and to the cosmic order, to understand the cosmic force. That's why a lot of musicians have this, because in their music and in their work, they express cosmic knowledge. High level, they usually have other things in their chart that show that they're downloading and higher consciousness, higher thoughts. So anyway, with an MC Sagittarius, travelers, musicians, often performers, mostly on the musical side though, or you can be spiritual leaders and counselors. You can be travelers raising consciousness. You could be a lawyer. Politician is also a possibility with that, where you're motivated to also with an MC Sagittarius, you want a long-term goal that you want to reach for, that you're building for. What else is an MC Sagittarius? Diplomats, travelers, the law, teaching, because it's ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter can be the teacher. Higher consciousness raising. Most MC Sagittarius, though, when I see all the rest of their charts, they're almost all performers. And if you look up any performer's birth chart, you're going to see that, or fire, Leo, or MC Sag. So you're supposed to get out of your comfort zone, get fired up, travel, explore things, explore higher consciousness. And again, fires are leaders. So you're going out and traveling and breaking through. You're not following an already established set of rules. You're on your, you are the trajectory of the rules. That makes sense. Okay, so Capricorns, you're here to really work hard, climb the corporate ladder, get to the top, be the boss, or government, or let's see, or just in any field. You are like this hard worker, create a really strong structure and be working on it every day. Now, the downside is that you just work all hard and you're no fun and you're no play. So you've got to make sure you've got other parts of your chart are going to encourage you to be creative or to add some flair to your life. But on the whole, it's nose to the grindstone, work hard, focus, create stability, create a long-term structural career, very career, super duper career-minded MC Capricorn. They can be politicians, government people, corporate heads, the boss. You could be doctors, basically people with authority that have like authority in the world. So how you want to operate that energy is to be very disciplined, work focused, create structure of stability, And you're also here to ground stability and structure in whatever field you're in. So if whatever world you end up in, you're the one that, if you become the person in that environment that forms solid long-term structural support, you then become very successful. So that's Capricorn. Moving on now to Aquarius MCs. There you go. Diplomats, people that bring people together, networkers, out on social media, influencers, galvanizers, breaking the gap between people, breaking the divide, helping people come together. Word of mouth. If you have an MC Aquarius, you want to be out, word of mouth, talk about who you are, get out, mix with the people, talk to people, get on social media, get out in the world. And then you get word of mouth. You attract a lot of attention through word of mouth. It's a very social MC. It's like, you want to be motivated to servicing humanity, the higher good. Diplomat, networkers, galvanizers, technologies. You could be involved in photography or modern technologies, filming. What else? Aquarius. It can be, they're the water bearers. So they basically expand consciousness through connecting with other people and by being a presenter of water bearers, of water. So it's like they're the people that bring it to the people, bring stuff to the people. Trying to think of another. It's ruled by Saturn. So you're ruled by Saturn. So it's like, again, it's structured, but it's for the people. It's independence. That's the other word I want to look. Independence, liberating. What you do helps people be independent. So, MC Pisces, here we are at the end. MC Pisces, it's let go, let flow, let the universe do all the work. You just sit there. This is very much a projector in human design. They tend to have MC Pisces, which is where you don't really initiate at all. You just let everything come to you. Just pull the oars up out of your boat and let divine bring you home. Just coast on into the coast. And so it's like spiritual people. This is the highest dimension. It's psychic, it's spiritual. Usually if you have an MC Pisces, the more psychic your work is psychic. Spiritual, you're ruled by Jupiter. You could be a teacher, you could be a philosopher, counselor, empathic. Some of people just automatically are drawn to because they feel a softness about you. So they can be priests and spiritual leaders, astrologers. My MC is in Pisces. And so my moon is there too. So it's like a psychic astrologer, or using intuitive energies are going to help you. The more intuitive you go, the less mental you go. It's the highest dimension. The more connected you stay to source, to your psychic, to your intuition. But it's also very much, it's ruled by Jupiter. So it's about teaching. It could be the law. It could be preaching. I know that sounds negative, but it's like the messenger, like it's the higher realm. It's someone who really grounds the higher consciousness. So they're priests. A lot of times MC Pisces are hairdressers, and they're just therapists and giving people spiritual counsel, and they have a wisdom, and they're supposed to seek higher wisdom. And then they just sort of somehow, and really they're therapists in their charts, not hairdressers, but they do okay hairdressing, but they're really therapists. So it's like an MC Pisces is spiritual counselor, a knowledge to reach and to seek higher consciousness, understanding, to know God more. Your God within you, have a stronger relationship with God, because that really connects you to your mission to have an MC. And you're leaving Virgo, which is to be too material. You're supposed to go spiritual here with that MC. My son has an MC Pisces, and he is very much in working world. He's not really that spiritual, but I know he's going to go through some sort of a shift in his life where he suddenly really wakes up to the unseen forces, the spirit, the presence of, well, it's the water. So it's like water is moved by air. So it's like suddenly you want to be moved. You want to allow yourself to be moved. So it's like suddenly there's this awakening to the spirit and moving with spirit that really guides you the safest and to what is really in alignment for you. So I hope that is helpful for everyone and you understand the secret to your success, which is understanding the energy of your midheaven, your MC, which is leaving our comfort zone and reaching for the area that we will gain most growth in our souls through living here. That's where we're going to progress in the most highly rewarded way. Thanks for watching. Namaste.